is up, guys? You are watching Milltown Productions, and this is Brandon.
And this is Jace.
And this is Jason.
That is all of our names. Can you believe that? You know what else, though?
You just turned into Dora and said, that's my name. What's your name?
Yeah, let us know your name in the comments below.
And your social security number.
And your bank account number and routing number and, you know.
I like how the mic stand said, hold up, bro. Right after you said that.
That's right.
Damn near pulled the headphones off of you.
Well, you know, today we got more lovely comedy like that for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just kidding, because we are watching something crazy. Jace, what's that?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, and what episode would this be?
Season 3, episode 5.
Which is the episode after some crazy shit just went down.
A lot of crazy shit just happened.
Yes.
This episode's called Kissed by Fire.
I think I can guess what that is.
Well, I mean, in the last one, we had, first off, we had Lord Commander die.
Yep.
Of the Night Watch. Craster died, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sam and the girl, did they say her name?
Craster's daughter.
Yeah.
The thimble girl.
Yeah. He's basically now like,
I forgot.
he's basically, oh yeah, we're just going to go ahead and run away because everything just went to shit at Craster's.
Yep.
Run, piggy.
Yeah. And then Daenerys now has her army of Unsullied, 8,000 strong.
8,000 unsullied. Killed all the slave masters.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, because it turns out she spoke their language.
Yeah. She spoke Valyrian.
Yep. And she was listening to everything that he was saying in Valyrian. And honestly, those moments are so satisfying.
I know.
It was great.
The way he looked at her, he said, "You speak Valyrian?" And she, like, the way she said it in such a, like, you're a fucking dumbass. She said, "My name is Daenerys Stormborn." Like, that is my mother tongue. Like, that's the first language I ever learned, you shitty. Like, what the fuck?
Fucking idiot,
I love
man.
it. Theon is now back being tortured after being very cruelly tricked. And
It's a prank, bro. It's a prank.
dude, and it's so sad because he had such a good moment too beforehand.
Yeah. He killed his own men.
I know.
I mean, what an elaborate prank.
Killed his own men to prank Theon.
And I mean, it worked
So
out so well
savage.
for him because that guy looked at him and said, "You bastard," like literally making it seem like he was actually undercover. But the whole time he was just doing his own little thing, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
dude. And then, I mean, what else happened? Like,
I mean, pretty much that's it.
That's the biggest things.
yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm ready to.
Yeah, you know what's also big?
Whoa. Oh.
The like button.
I mean, in comparison to the rest of the screen, it's kind of a small button.
It's an average button. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's a free way to help us out. It helps us out tremendously. Thank you, please.
Yes.
It helps us trout. It helps us salmon. It helps us catfish y'all.
Yeah, and hit that bell button because then you'll get notified for every show that every video that we upload on here to YouTube. And then there's a description in the Patreon. Link in the description for Patreon.
We got there.
It was a
And you
journey.
can get there by clicking that link.
Yeah.
And then click in join. Click whatever it says of become a patron or something once you get there, and you get to see so much stuff.
Yeah.
In
Way
fact,
early.
we're updating it a lot tonight. We're gonna put up a bunch of stuff that people haven't seen yet, and it's gonna be a minute before you get to see that. I'm sorry, we can only edit so fast.
Yeah.
But you can see it early.
Like, realistically, from the time of him saying that to you seeing it, it's probably been a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if you like Naruto's not being shown anywhere other than the U.S., so
Go to Patreon if you want to see that. That is.
Patreon, you can see our reaction.
That's right. And we love you.
All right. I think we are ready to hop in.
Yep.
Yo.
Stannis just shows up.
Show us the truth.
Bro.
Strike this man down if he is guilty. Give strength to his sword if he is true.
That is kind of interesting how we get to see, because the Red Woman was the introduction to this religion.
Yep.
But now we see like what a congregation of people that follow it looks like.
Yeah, and they're not even part, like, they're not.
They had no affiliation with her at all.
Yeah.
So we sliced his hand. Oh, and now he's gonna.
Oh,
Okay.
kissed by fire. Oh, fuck. And the Hound hates fire.
Bro.
Maybe this is where he conquers his fear. If they kill the fucking Hound right now, though. Oh,
He's actually gonna fight him.
Yeah.
he knows it's his life on the line.
Yeah.
And they gave him a wooden sword.
Oh. Oh, his butthole, dog.
Oh shit.
I feel like someone's gonna interfere with this shit.
Oh god,
Whoa.
he's got the shield on fire.
Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Bring him back from death and darkness. His flame has been extinguished. Restore his
Oh, his flame has been extinguished.
Lord. Aya, don't!
Looks like the god likes me more than your butcher's boy.
Oh.
He will,
Is this Stannis?
No.
Who is this?
but not today.
Yeah, the Lord of Light ain't nothing to actually joke with though.
You telling me Nick Fury just...
He just came back.
Yeah.
He got resurrected, bro.
Golly almighty, he was sliced in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 19 castles guarding the wall. How many are manned?
1.
3.
Oh.
You sure of that?
How many men remain in Castle Black?
1,000.
Liar.
You know it's cold.
What happens to your eagle after I kill you? Does he drift away like a kite with his strings cut? Or does he just flop dead to the ground?
He's no crow. Who stopped Rattleshout when he was about to cut your throat? Who vouched for you with Mance? Oh, it seems you owe me a debt. Well, I stole it. Come steal it back.
All right.
Hey, so I can give you like 7 inches?
I mean, 1 inch 7 times is 7 inches, right?
You still a crow?
What?
It's time you proved yourself.
It's time you what?
Proved yourself.
All right, well, you guys can't see this.
No. Well, Patreon
Yeah.
can, I guess, if they're watching. Jesus.
He's a murderer. He's guilty.
Not in the eyes of God.
You can't.
Enough!
Oh.
Judgment isn't ours to make.
Lord Bolton.
We've only seen him do it the one time.
You've lost a hand.
No, my lord. He has it here.
Take this away. Cut her free. Apologies, my lady. You're under my protection now.
Is there word from the capital?
You haven't heard. Stannis Baratheon laid siege to King's Landing. And your sister, how can I put this? Your sister is alive and well.
The corruption has spread. I fear it must be cut away.
The
The
corruption.
safest course
infection.
would be to take the whole armor.
And you'll die.
My father's a practical man. He appreciates facts.
Myself, I often find them a hindrance.
And he appreciates those who aid his family, as you well know. You have a good working relationship with the Tyrells. I thought you might look into it before you leave the capital.
I shall do my best.
Thank you.
I climbed all those steps to discuss financial matters.
It's the royal wedding. I'm told you had a hand in planning it.
Naturally.
As of now, it's a huge expense.
And?
And?
And we're at war, Lady Olenna.
Lady Olenna. Okay.
Yes, and maintaining supply
I
lines.
think how it slipped my mind. You don't
Damn.
have to lecture me about wartime expenses. I'm quite familiar with them.
And we are so grateful for your contributions, which are necessary for the preservation of the realm.
We'll pay for half the expenses, and the celebrations will go on as planned. Is that sufficient?
That was reasonable.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Very good, then. That's settled. Good day.
Cool. I mean, yeah.
She doesn't haggle. She just says, this is how it's going to be. That's
Right.
interesting.
They'll cave your head in with your own
The
hammer.
Lannisters wanted to kill me long before I joined the Brotherhood.
You don't have to do this.
I want to. I'm done serving.
You just said you were serving Lord Beric.
I'm going back to busing.
He may be their leader, but they chose him. I've never had a family.
I can be your family.
Aw.
Oh,
That,
Arya.
yeah, that. Aw.
You wouldn't be my family. You'd be my lady.
Willem.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
He's a Lannister. That was a Lannister kid.
Yeah, that's one of the 14-year-olds they're talking about.
Yep.
All the
It
car
took
Starks.
5 of you to murder 2 unarmed squires.
Not murder, your grace. Vengeance.
Vengeance. I saw Harry and die on the battlefield, and Torrent
Was strangled by the Kingslayer. They were his king.
They were boys! This was your treason.
It's treason to free your enemies. In war, you kill your enemies. Did your father not teach you that, boy?
Leave him.
Leave me to the king. He wants to give me a scolding before he sets me free.
Oh.
He deals with treason.
Escort Lord Karstark to the dungeon. Hang the rest.
Mercy, sire!
Hang the rest.
I only watched for the guards.
This one was only the Watcher.
Mate.
Hang him last so he can watch the others die.
Oh.
They were Tywin Lannister's nephews. The Lannisters pay their debts. They never stop talking about
Would
it.
you make me a liar as well as a murderer? I'm not fighting for justice if I don't serve justice to murderers in my ranks, no matter how highborn.
Karstarks are Northmen. They won't forgive the killing of their lord.
Your mother's right.
Spare his life. Keep him as a hostage.
How many car Starks are there?
Hostage.
I think he has a decent amount of men.
Tell the Karstarks that as long as they remain loyal, you will not be harmed.
I fought the Mad King for your father. I fought Joffrey for you. We are kin.
That didn't stop you from betraying me.
I wanted to haunt you to the end of your days.
Kneel, my lord. Would you speak a final word?
Kill me and be cursed. You are no king of mine.
I mean, honestly, that was a cold scene right there.
Oh, yeah.
Kill
me on both sides. Yeah.
You're no king of mine.
What are you going to do with me?
The first night we'll ride for River Run. Your brother's there now.
The battle.
I know of your troubles, my king. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything.
Oh.
Yes, of course. I've sinned.
No.
I have wronged you. I have shamed you.
You're doing God's work.
Don't understand. The Lady Melisandre.
I know, Stannis. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything. No act done in service of the Lord of Light can ever be a sin.
What's weird is, like, obviously, Sir Davos says... Oh.
Whoa.
That's fucking weird.
My sweet boys. She gave you a son.
A demon. Spirit thingy.
Gave you nothing.
That's not true.
So you've come to see her as well? There is no need.
She's my daughter.
Oh.
I want to see her.
Father!
We'll just have to figure out if is he not conflicted enough.
No.
Right. No, I don't know, man.
You've grown since I last saw you.
Did the Onion Knight come back with you?
He did. Sir Davos is a traitor.
No,
he's
not.
rotting in a dungeon cell for his crime.
You can tell that even
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't even really believe it. Is this Brienne?
Not so hard.
Yeah.
We'll scrub the skin off.
What are you doing here?
Need a bath.
Don't worry, not interested. If I faint, pull me out. You're supposed to get me to King's Landing in one piece.
You already failed at that.
It's not going so well, is it? I wonder Renly died with you guarding.
But.
You say but?
Yeah.
I was unworthy. Forgive me. You protected me better than most.
Don't you mock me?
I'm apologizing. Let's call a truce.
You need trust to have a truce.
I trust you. You all despise me. Kingslayer. Oathbreaker. Man without honor. You heard of wildfire?
Of course.
The Mad King was obsessed with it. He loved to watch people burn. Finally, the day of reckoning came. Robert Baratheon marched from the capital after his victory at the Trident. I urged him to surrender peacefully. But the king didn't listen to me. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his pyromancer. Burn them all, he said. Tell me if your precious Randy commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men, women, and children burned alive, would you have done it? Would you have kept your oath then? Killed the pyromancer, and then, when the king turned to flee, I drove my sword into his back. I don't think he expected to die. He meant to band with the rest of us and rise again. He slit his throat to make sure that didn't happen.
Why didn't you tell Lord Stark?
Stark? You think the Honorable Ned Stark wanted to hear my side? But what right?
The Kingslayer!
Infection.
Jaime. My name's Jaime.
So I love that scene.
Yeah.
Go back to your room. You're not supposed to be here. If your father knew...
You're a traitor. Are you?
I am, child.
I don't care. You're my friend. You must get bored down here. I brought you something to read.
Thank you, my lady. I'm sure it's a fine book. But it's wasted on me.
Take it. I have more.
So I can't read.
My lady, I can't read the words.
I'll teach you. I'll come when Bert's on duty and teach you. It's easy.
No.
It'll be fun.
Go. We can't.
Why not? What would they do? Lock us in cells.
Gente djeve gerele idrebeletas, cogrondo djevo hedre. Scorosso djevi broza.
Torco nudo.
I know him from something.
Torgo nudo. Hezer broza djeve gemele idrebeletas. Menteri evanie e vesteletas keskido sogamagon.
I torco nudo sagi broji. Esbezi ejitovi. Daenerys Germasmo.
The Karstarks are gone. Almost
Duh.
half our forces.
Half?
Tywin Lannister knows what he needs to do to make us unravel. I need men to replace the Karstarks who marched home. There is only one person in this kingdom with that kind of army who hasn't already sided with the Lannisters.
Is it gonna be Walder?
The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if you had. Okay.
Walder Frey.
So yeah, you should not have married her yet.
Exactly.
You should have just held off and just been fucking her on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like still be like a relationship, but around Walder.
I'll plant the seed as soon as Joffrey and I are married.
You can't plant the seed.
Joffrey won't let me leave. He's got too many reasons to keep me here.
She may not be the grandest ship in the world, or the fastest, but she's mine. I have good news.
Lady Margarine.
Leaving the city soon.
Uh-oh.
You still want me to come with you?
It's not a question of what I want. It's what you want.
I've been thinking how dangerous it would be. Not just for me, but for you. You've been so kind, I'd feel terrible if anything happened to you.
I've saved the crown hundreds of thousands on this wedding.
Never mind that now. We have something important to discuss.
Master of coins. Saving money is important.
Your new friends, the Tyrells, are plotting to marry Sansa Stark to Sir Loras.
Very well. She's a lovely girl.
So what?
She found out.
Missing some of Loras's favorite bits, but I'm sure they do.
The Karstarks have marched home. The young wolf has lost half his army. His days are numbered. Theon Greyjoy murdered both his brothers. That makes Sansa Stark the heir to Winterfell.
Do you really think it's wise to refuse them?
There's nothing to refuse. This is a plot. Plots are not public knowledge. And the Tyrells won't carry this one out until after Joffrey's wedding. We find Sansa Stark a different husband.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Tyrion? No.
You can't mean it.
No.
I can, and I do.
Joffrey has made this poor girl's life miserable since the day he took her father's head. Now she's finally free of him, and you give her to me? That's cruel.
Girl's happiness is not my concern, nor should it be yours.
She's a child.
She's flowered, I assure you. She and I have discussed it at length.
There, you see?
And if I refuse?
You wanted to be rewarded for your valor in battle. Sansa Stark is a finer reward than you could ever dare hope for. And it is past time you were wed.
I was wed.
Tyrion will do as he's bid. As will you.
What do you mean?
You'll marry Sir Loras.
Oh
will not.
The boy is heir to High Garden. Tyrion will secure the north. You will secure the Reach.
No, I won't do it.
Yes, you will.
I am Queen Regent, not some brood mare.
You're my daughter!
He sounded
You
like
will
Shrek
do as
right
I
there.
command, and you will marry Loras Tyrell. You disgraced the Lannister name for far too long.
Damn, he didn't even just say it to Cersei.
Yeah. I mean, at least Tyrion wasn't the only one this time, I guess, but
So this episode was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. A lot happened.
We saw a man come back to life.
Yeah. Split in half.
First 5 minutes. He said,
He
dead.
saw 2 men get split in half.
And then he come back up.
Mm-hmm. We saw that guy, then we saw Loras. And then...
Oh! It took me a minute.
So...
I was like, wait, what? Loras didn't die?
That's split.
What'd you say?
Not cut in half.
Yeah, split in half, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So 2 men get split in half.
Anyways, Daenerys got to talk to her officers of the Unsullied, and they've picked a new leader, someone named Grey Worm.
And he chose to stick with that name.
Yeah, because that was the name he had the day that he was freed by Daenerys Targaryen.
Yep.
That's kind of a nice, like...
Yeah.
And you could tell Daenerys was kind of like, oh?
Yeah.
That was really cool. Like,
very prideful at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I think this is like the first time she's seeing, other than from like Jorah and stuff, like true appreciation for the help that she's been trying to do.
Oh, yeah. Like the Dothraki always were like, I don't...
Fuck this whore, basically. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean...
except for...
Like 4 of them.
Drogo, but
she held power with them.
Indiana Jones.
when Khal Drogo was alive.
Yeah.
As soon as he died, they're like, fuck her.
Yeah, but no appreciation.
Yeah, no. Like,
only from Indiana Jones, the one girl who was murdered because of that one dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Khal himself.
Yeah. And now, like, obviously she's had Jorah be, like, her right-hand man the whole time. And so, obviously, he's been, like, basically just praising her the whole time, but also trying to give her real advice.
Yeah.
But now, with this army, and to have an army that appreciates you and wants to fight for you,
yeah,
that's, like, that's all you really need. Because, I mean, yeah, you could have a slave army that's known for being the best, but now you have an army that's known for being the best that's no longer slaves and wants to be the best for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, now they're motivated. So, I like that. Robb killed one of his bannermen.
Yeah, his kin.
Yeah, Lord Karstark, and then they said, screw you, and they
Marching
took
home.
half the army away.
So, Brandon.
Okay. I don't know where he was this
Strategically
episode.
speaking.
What do you think's going to happen with the war now? Now that Robb has lost half his army, the new plan is to go to
Walder Frey.
Walter Frey, get try to get him on their side, and then use his men to go take
yes.
Lannister's home.
Oh, with their actual
Casterly
home?
Rock.
Casterly Rock. Okay, yeah.
So their plan is to use Walter Frey's men and go to Casterly Rock.
Right.
So I guess one way to word it would be: do you think that Robb will be able to get him on their side, especially
It's
now
going to be
with-
awkward.
Yeah, like.
And he seems like a guy to hold a grudge. Remember, he said, like, he even said, I hold a grudge when they
Yeah.
were there. I mean, I think Walter. Okay, this is my prediction. As we were watching that unfold, I was like, oh. Because I was. Yeah, I know. As that was going on, before he had even mentioned him, I was thinking to myself, well, what size army does he have? Like, maybe they could go to him. And then he was like, he's the only guy I can go to. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's going to be awkward. But I feel like Walter is the type of person that would be like, okay, you can marry my daughter, but that means I have to kill your wife.
Oh, God.
Because you can't divorce her.
I mean, Well, I mean, I don't know because. Unless Walder Frey has a thing where, like, only he can have, like, multiple wives or something. Well, I don't know if he even has multiple wives. I just know he has married multiple times.
Right, like he claims them as his wives and stuff, but I don't, like...
Because I know he has the one wife, and then he, like, smacks the one girl on the ass and stuff,
Yeah.
so...
He's like, these are all my wives, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean...
Or, you know what?
In the legal sense.
If Robb, even if he wanted to marry Talissa, like, he could have just done it in secret,
Mm-hmm.
and then just present her like as just a normal
right, which
woman
she
that's
might
in the
have
camp,
not
like-
have wanted to go along with that, but I mean, strategically, it makes sense.
Well, I would tell her, I'd be like, bro, just for the sake of the war,
Yeah, just until I, become king.
go along with it. Like,
Yeah.
because once I'm king, whatever I say goes. Like,
here's the thing, though. He's prideful and honest, just like his father.
Yeah, and
Right, because he said, "Would you call me a liar and a murderer?"
Yeah.
Whenever they were saying he should have just buried the Lannisters.
he wants the Lannisters to know that.
Right. So he wants to be
Yeah.
as transparent as possible, which is a good thing.
Yes.
But it's going to make it awkward with Walter. But I do think that Walter, it'd be some shit like, okay, you can marry my daughter, but I have to kill your wife.
Like, my thing is, in times of war, in Robb's situation, I do get it, wanting to be the honorable man, and like you still can be while doing some pretty fucked up shit for your effort in the war, because he could, like, obviously what they did was wrong,
right?
And he should have reprimanded them.
Oh yeah,
but don't cause half of your army
Right.
to leave.
Yeah.
And
like keeping him as a hostage
Yeah.
would have been fine enough.
and then also don't tell the Lannisters yet. Make them think you still
Yeah.
got them alive. Like,
You could have won. You could have won and then beheaded him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd have been like, look, you did help me win. And like maybe even then you could say like, you stayed loyal after that and helped me win the throne, so maybe I won't kill you now.
Right.
Yeah.
But he might give him like a prison sentence or something. Like,
Yeah. Because the Karstarks, they didn't try to retaliate. They were only angry that he killed him, and then they left. So why couldn't he have just done that after the war?
Well, and also his reasoning for wanting to punish them was, if I don't, the Lannisters. Well, yeah, I'm gonna look weak, and the Lannisters are gonna be pissed that I didn't punish the men among my own ranks or whatever, as well as weak to my own people.
Yeah.
But like, but then once they left, you just look weak anyways.
Yeah.
You literally look weak.
Because it's kind of tough when you're in Rob's situation where this guy who has been seen like riding next to you a lot and talking to you a lot, who seems like he's part of your like confidant group, is now publicly in front of everyone like calling you a bitch, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what can you do? Because obviously at that point in time, Rob's like, well, now I have to retaliate immediately in front of everyone.
Yep. To protect my reputation.
Which realistically is technically the childish thing to do in that situation, because it's just acting irrationally through emotion. But
I feel like what did it, like what really put the nail in the coffin, was him saying, I'm getting a scolding from my king, and
Before
then
he lets me go.
Before he lets me go.
that's why as soon as he said it, I was like, bro, like,
oh yeah, you just dug your own grave.
And the thing is like, we've seen Robb have a lot of patience and a lot of, he doesn't do things irrationally usually. He'll sit there and think about it and be like, well, maybe I should do this. But there, I guess he's just been, I don't know, because he let it snap after that. He was like, all right, fuck you.
And I do think that part of Ned's honor, how Ned's honor was kind of his downfall, because he was so honorable that he didn't make certain choices that could have kept him alive. And I think that that's similar with Robb, that his honor could end up being his downfall, and it certainly has affected him in some ways. Now, obviously, he's not 100%. I have to be honorable, even if it means like losing everything, because he did marry Talissa when he was supposed to marry Walder Frey's daughter, and he gave his word. And so, like, it's not quite as extreme as Ned, but it still affects his relationships with people. And so it depends. I mean, I've only seen Walder Frey one time so far, but he did seem like a motherfucker that holds a grudge. So,
I mean, he just seemed like Filch, because Filch is literally Walder Frey. I
mean, he was dirty.
Yeah.
He looked just like him.
Sounded like, talked just like him. I mean,
yeah. All he needed was a cat.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Well, wait, before you do that, you can't tell them to see you later without telling them to like the video if they like the video.
Because remember, if you clicked the like earlier and then you clicked it again when he said, now you have to click it again.
It's a 3-time thing.
Yeah.
Third time's the charm.
And then subscribe to the video.
Or to the channel.
To the channel.
Yes.
And hit the bell. Because then you get every notifications of every video that we upload, and then we can start uploading 50 times a week, so you get every single notification.
50 times.
And then Patreon in the description below.
Full-length reactions, early access to all of it. Check it out.
Exclusive voting right.
Yeah.
We love you.
Bye.
And we'll see you later.
Bye. Have a good time.